Alright guys, welcome back. We have finally started to upload some Starfield content, and especially when the game does drop here tonight, which I'll get into later. So in this video, I'm going to be going over some of the brand new patch notes, some endgame content reviews, and also some reviews from IGN and how the game plays out, and especially on how quickly it starts to get into the good gameplay, and some brand new posts from Twitter, and a few things here and there. Anyway, let's get into it. First off, I want to go over the brand new posts from Twitter from the official Starfield page. The 3 3-star collective systems line the new frontier like boundary markers of mankind's reach. Life on the edge of these settled systems is a melting pot of all kinds of people and cultures united by a strong independent spirit and the dream of a better life. Now, these 3 3-star collectives are most likely going to be points where you can there's going to be settlements and most likely probably vendors and shops and just pretty cool lively places that you can travel to, and apparently there will be 3 of them, hopefully more later on. But yeah, it definitely does look pretty cool. Now, talking about exploration and all stuff like that with what the game it does include, people are saying there are invisible walls and in between panels and in some of the worlds. Now, think of it this way, planets are huge. There will be invisible walls in some sort of way, especially of a game this size. And in the reviews, they did say you can walk straight in about 30 minutes before you actually hit a wall. Now, I don't know how to really feel about that. I don't mind at all, because that is just how I feel in any game I ever play. I know there's going to be hidden walls, just like the previous game that we recently played, Hogwarts Legacy. There were invisible walls, but the world was massive. So let me know in the comments what you think about that. Now, talking about exploration and the planets you're going to be going to, you can also scan these planets and explore their unique landmarks and find their exotic plants and special rocks, which you can also use later down the line. Now, we don't really know too much, but I know every planet has its own unique species of animals and aliens and stuff like that. So yeah, there is a lot to do in this game, considering how many planets there are in this game. Now, next up here, let's have a look at the brand new patch notes. Now, there is quite a lot, especially for it being the day 1 patch, and that is pretty cool since the game isn't even out yet, and we've already know what's coming in this patch way beforehand. So the download size for the brand new patch notes for the Xbox and PC is 15.8 for the Xbox Series, and the PC is going to be around 13.4 gigabytes. Now, that is pretty decent actually. Now, they did do a lot of performance and stability fixes, including improved stability related to suspending and resuming in the game, fixed rare crashes that could occur when viewing the credits after completing the game, which is not really that serious. Anyway, for the next patch notes, it is pretty damn good ones, especially with the visual fixes and the gameplay fixes, which is definitely something that we do not want any problems with when the game does drop. And finally, we do have some quest fixes as well. That's another big thing with games that do come out, even in Hogwarts Legacy, which is the last big game that we did play, that did have some quest problems and some gameplay problems as well. So they're definitely looking into that right now after the reviews are coming in and fixing that for us when the game does come out. We won't have any problems. So just like this fix right here, fix an unlikely issue that could prevent landing on New Atlantis during deep cover. So that is something that, yeah, that is a good different patch. Next up, let's have a look at the endgame for Starfield. Now, this one is just going to include, well, legendary ships. Of course, we're going to be having some legendary ships. But also states here that Starfield's endgame includes legendary ships, but space derelicts may house its best stories. Now, these are going to be basically huge ships that you can invade, hijack, and just loot. And you can also take it. Which is going to be pretty damn cool. Now, obviously, these things aren't going to be easy to take down. So make sure you are geared up and go into there and get your legendary gear from these space derelicts. Now, like I said, they are going to be huge and they're going to have some pretty damn good loot. Now, going over some of the reviews that came in from IGN. Now, I never take any reviews from people like IGN or just reviews from anyone that is connected to some kind of review page. I just don't believe them at all, because I don't really feel like they are true. I know this is going to probably sound really cringe, but like dedicated gamers like we are, and especially the gaming community that create content and stream and hardcore gamers. But anyway, What they said is the Starfield did not get into it until around 100 plus hours of game time, which I do not believe at all. For us, it's most likely going to be between 30 to probably about 40 hours before we do really get into the game. 40 max, probably. 100 hours plus is absolutely ridiculous no matter what game you play. So I'd never believe these people. Take it how you want it, but it's not going to be 100 plus hours. That is shocking. And for your character, the main protagonist in Starfield will not have a voice. He will not have any dialogue, unlike Fallout 4. Now, in Fallout 4, people did not really like the dialogue in that game. I didn't mind it at all, but Bethesda, obviously they know best and they have their own reviews that come in. So they went over and had a non-voiced character for Starfield, which I don't really see a problem in. A lot of people, just like Destiny, kind of, we don't really have a voice before, now we kind of do. But you can really kind of have like your own character going and have the dialogue in your own head, which kind of gives your character life that way, but I don't really mind it at all. Now, to finish things off, when can you play Starfield? Well, let's have a look at this. For us in the UK, for London times, you can play in early access on the 1st of September at 1 AM, and on the 6th of September at 1 is when the game will fully drop. Now, for everyone else, you can have a look at the screen right now. So like Berlin, it's going to be 2 AM for early access. And for example, in Chicago, it's going to be 7 PM. But these are the times of the full release and also the early access release. Now you can get early access by buying the deluxe edition, and you can have normal launch on the 6th by buying the normal edition of the game. And that is pretty much it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully this brought some insight into what's kind of going on recently with the latest updates and patch notes and reviews. And I'll see you all very, very soon tonight with some brand new videos on Starfield when it does drop for early access. And I'll see you all very soon.